the moral crisis of that is what we're talking about here in the show. I'm doing this show today on September 10th because it has become clear over the last week that the President of the United States raped children. And this is not something that I'm going to move on from, because this is something that has been bubbling up for a while, and had there been actual true media investigations into Epstein and Leon Black and Apollo and how all this money trail goes and where Donald and how close Donald and Epstein were for all these years and how many times they raped children. It's really hard to talk about because, again, you set off filters and things around the world with the way that AI and stuff now analyzes media when you talk about this stuff, the way the corporate media has sanitized this to the fact that they won't even talk about it but have to euphemistically do when he drew a picture of that body in the situation. And we know what some of these other words are talking about. More of this is going to come out, by the way, over the next little bit. That's why things are going to get quite a bit worse from that sense, because the President of the United States is a rapist and a serial rapist. And the moral crisis of that is what we're talking about here in the show. So one of the things that we need to get to, because when I say moral crisis, I know a lot of people kind of, I don't want to talk philosophy, but morality in the very most basic sense is just what is good and what is bad. And that is your system of morality that you apply to things that happen around you in the universe. And that's what it is. Your moral system is how you know if things are good or bad. And so the breakdown here that we have is a moral crisis because it's a crisis of information and believability. Because I know all of these people out there, they think of themselves as the kind of people who think that raping a child is bad, right? And so they can't allow themselves to believe that they are the kind of person that would support someone who does this as a joke, which is what Donald is. So there's a very strong ego sense of self-preservation about one's own moral purpose in situations like this, especially politically.